A very good evening to all of you guys. This is Yogen from Fast Technologies. Please confirm if you can hear me. Okay, so now I'm getting a lot of responses. Okay, so people are either raising hand or sending messages through chat window. Thank you guys. Yeah, very good. So guys, welcome to all of you to Fast Coding School. This is an academy by Flask Technology Jaipur, right? And welcome to Python for Data Science program. This is going to be a 5 days long program, right? Why I'm calling 5 days? Because today is actually day 0, right? Where this is only a orientation program, right? So today we are only going to cover the orientation part, and the actual, class or actual session will start from tomorrow, right? So today we are going to discuss a lot of things, a lot of queries you have raised during the registration part, right? So we are going to answer all of those. We are going to set up the tool today as well, right? How we are going to conduct the entire program, that would be the part of discussion, right? How you can watch the recorded sessions of these programs, these sessions, that would be there, right? What the FOSC is, why we are offering this program for free, and a lot of other things we are going to discuss today. And obviously we'll answer some of the queries uh, asked by you as well, guys, right? So my voice is audible, guys, clearly. Okay, okay, cool. Yeah, and the screen is also visible. My computer screen is also visible, guys. Okay, cool. Okay, so the first, thing that I want to share with you guys, right? The first thing that I want to share with you guys, right? That during the entire session, right? All the, 5 days starting tomorrow and then ending on Saturday this week, right? During all these sessions, I'm not going to start my video because that is not required. What you see on your device, on your laptop, right? That would be my computer's screen, my laptop's screen, and my voice would be there for you, right? And I request all of you guys that please do not start your video as well because that is not required, right? It is not needed actually in any way, right? So if you want to, get maximum out of this program, right? So this is a request to everyone, right? It is not required. Please do not start your video, right? Intentionally or not, not intentionally. So that, everybody can focus on really, a learning part. Guys, is that clear? Do you copy, guys, me? Do you copy? Okay. Very good, guys. Thank you. Thank you for getting this, right? Okay. So to start with, what we are going to do in the next 5 days, right? Today is day 0. So we call as the first day as the day 0. And day 0 is, orientation program for this, right? Orientation session is there. Let me open up what we are going to cover, right? So guys, as you can see on the screen, right? As you can see on the screen, right? This is Python for data science. So we are going to focus on Python programming, right? And at the last day, I would talk about data science part as well. I will define a couple of terms for you, what the data science is, what the machine learning is, what the deep learning is, what the AI is, what the data analytics is, right? What is the data engineering? So, all of these, terms that are, interchangeably used, in various blogs, literatures, discussions, right? So we are going to define that part, right? And now see guys what we have, so we have a day-wise schedule for you, right? As you can see there on the screen, right? Today, 15th June, installations and the basic Zoom handling, right? Because this is not a physical classroom, all of the attendees, right? The only feedback that I can get from you is through the chat window or raising the hand, right? So whenever I ask you any question, ask for the feedback, ask for the review, right? Ask for, answering any question, please respond through chat window only or raise the hand, right? That will make this program really engaging, right? Because I can't see your faces, so I can't understand, right, that whether you are getting the things or not. So to have, a proper conversation during these sessions, right, please follow this protocol, right? On the day one, that is tomorrow guys, on the day one, that is tomorrow, we are going to cover basics of the Python, what the data types are, how to take input from the user, how to print the message back to the user, how to import libraries, right, how to perform string operations. All of these concepts would be discussed tomorrow through a live coding sessions, I'm not going to share you any PPT. I'm not going to share any image, maybe a couple of images, but just to explain the concept, right? But most of the focus would be practical and only practical. That is the entire philosophy of Flask programs, right? Now, on the day two, we are going to cover control flow and looping. And the control flow, we will talk about how to use if, else, elif, right? How to perform looping, so how to use while loop, how to use, use for each loop. And then on the day three, we will be talking about a couple of inbuilt data structure used by Python to solve practical problems. So we will talk about lists. List is a data structure used in Python. Tuples are data structures used in Python. How to define your own functions, how to call them. All of that will happen on the day three, right? On the day four, very interesting part, very advanced part will be there. List comprehensions would be there, right? A shortcut ways how you can replace the loop through a shortcut way, right? How to use map, reduce, filter, lambda. These are a couple of terms used in a big data handling, right? So we are going to cover this part as well. And then on the final day, that would be the day 5, we are going to make use of dictionary, which is again an inbuilt data structure, a very important and quite effective in solving the problems, real problems, understanding the set, and also understanding the file handling if the time permits, right? So this is the coverage, guys. And to make sure that you guys also practice during the entire session, right? During the entire week, we have designed, assignments for you as well, right? The day one will start with very light assignments, right? And as the day progresses, right, as the session progresses, a complexity of the assignments will obviously increase by the day, right? So this is the content that we are going to cover, guys, right? This is the content we are going to cover, and that you can easily take right from this, right? That we are going to cover the entire, basics of Python programming, right? During these 5 days, that means 10-hour session will include so much of programming that was not even possible for you in entire semester in your college if the Python is one of the subject there for you. That I can guarantee you. That would be the, I can guarantee you that it would be one of the best program ever for you, right? And you will really find it, worthy to attend, right? And you will not regret that, what you attended and it was a complete waste of time. No, it is not going to waste of your time, that I can guarantee you, right? So this is the case, guys. So guys, is that clear that what we are going to cover day wise? Can you please confirm me that you are getting it? Okay, so now I can see Devasish from Assam, Sujata Behera, okay, Apita Juneja, Shagun Sarhoha, a lot of names coming up, but I can only, name couple of few only. So that the case is, guys, right? Now, uh, to, uh, develop the code and everything, we will talk about what tool we are going to use. But before that, I have couple of announcements for you, and these announcements would be very handy for you to have a very smooth journey, right? So what are those announcements? Let me take them one by one, right? So every day our class is going to, right, every day our class is going to be start at 4 p.m. sharp, right? So I request everyone that please join the class on time, right? Please join the class on time, right? During the entire sessions, if you have any non-technical query, if you have any non-technical issue, right, please contact Surendra, right? Please contact Surendra, whose number is there on this screen, right? Please contact Surendra for that support. Obviously, because you are learning Python programming, right? You may face technical issues as well, maybe while doing the practice, maybe while installing the tool, maybe while working on the assignments. There can be issues at your end. To get the technical assistance, to get the technical support, guys, we have two team members for you, Sandeep and Mohit. They are with you, they are in this a room right now. So for any anything, please contact this team, right? So this is the case for you guys. So let me share these details with you. Okay, so please save these numbers, right? Entire contents of the training program, complete contents of the training program are available on the Google Drive, guys, right? And that drive link would be shared with you. Entire contents, the code that I would write on the screen for you would be shared with you, right? And any assignments that are given every day, they would be shared with you through what through the Google Drive only, right? And this is the link of that Google Drive. I'm going to share this with you in the chat window as well, right? This is the Google Drive, guys, right? And if I open this Google Drive for you, right? If I open this Google Drive for you, this is the folder name, right? June free 7, right? This is, guys, so this is actually the 7th season of this program, right? This is the 7th season. And now whatever announcements right now I'm making to you guys, all of these announcements are available in this folder in directory, and the file name is announcements.txt. So all of the announcements, what I'm taking one by one, they are given there as well, right? So this is the case. Assignments, right? Assignments are given in this txt file, assignments.txt, right? Assignments, right, are in this program, right? In this file actually, right? So there you can see for day 0 there is no assignment, right? But day 1 onwards you have couple of assignments for every day. So there you can see for day 1, for day 2, and day 3. So every day you will have the assignments. Assignments are the best ways to learn, right? Assignments are the best ways to learn programming, to perform practice, to conduct, to perform coding. These are the best ways, right? Other learning material that you can see, a couple of images and everything is available there, right, guys, right? And this is the drive that you have to keep with you. Everything is available there, right? For everyday session, the Zoom ID is going to be same. The Zoom ID that you have used today, right? It is going to be same for every day, and that link is seen on the screen, but that is already shared with you through WhatsApp, right? So I think, I can, move ahead out of this, right? Okay, what would be the format, right? What would be the format of the sessions? So everyday sessions, right? Everyday session has been divided into two parts. One session would be 2 hours long, guys, right? For the first 1 hour, I'm going to, discuss the concept with you. I'm going to introduce the topics to you, performing some, practical coding to you, live coding to you. That would be the first 1 hour. After that, we switch to a mode which is, nowhere present in any online class. We start for, doubt sessions, right? we you know we start for doubt sessions where you can ask your questions related to the concept discussed that day, right? That is there, right? So you can ask any question, technical question, non-technical question, and we will reply it, right, one to one. And that would be the really engaging program for you. Those, last 1 hour is very, very, engaging and interesting to join, right? So guys, what the format is going to be for every day. For first 1 hour, we are going to have theory, we are going to have the concept discussion, we are going to have some practical, examples around that. And after that, right, after that, for last 1 hour, we are going to have, doubt sessions for you where you can ask the questions. So guys, do you get it? What the format of the class for every day is? Okay, Anvita is there, Ashish is there, Rohit is there, Akshita is there, Akshat is there, right? So a lot of people responding back. Okay, right. That's cool. Okay, guys, listen one more thing, right? Guys, listen one more thing, because sending the masses, right? Sending the masses through, a chat window or raising hand is the only way to communicate, right? So whenever I ask you for a feedback, right, please respond to that, so that, it becomes really meaningful engagement for both of us, right? And I assure you again, guys, this is going to be one of the best program for you, right? So this is the case. Okay, now coming to the assignment submission part, right? I will discuss in more details tomorrow, but the assignment submission will happen through, a Google Forms, right? Assignment submission will happen through Google Form. This is the link of the Google Form, but tomorrow I will tell you how to use it and how to upload your, assignment as well. But I'm just, making a registration in your mind that the assignment submission will happen through Google Form, right? That is the case, guys. Now, there are a couple of questions that, can I record this session, sir, right? Where I can, find the recorded videos of this session. So this is pretty much simple, guys, pretty much simple. This session is recorded. The session is recorded, and the recordings of these sessions would be available on the YouTube, right? We have a channel, right, Fast Coding School on YouTube. There you can go and subscribe to that channel so that you can get the notification for all the new video uploads during this session, right? So that is the case, guys, right? So let me tell you, right? See this, guys? So this is the YouTube, right? And there you can search for Fast Coding School. So Fast Coding School that you can search. And there you see, right? This is the Coding School channel. There you can go and subscribe to you so that, video is available there for you, right? Okay, so that's the one part, guys, right? Okay, again, to get the maximum out of this program, right? To get maximum out of the program, I suggest you guys that you should watch, right? You should watch the videos on your device, on your mobile phone, right? And you should have a machine or a laptop to practice along with me, along with the session. That would be the most effective way to learn, right? So if you have the laptop or PC, right, you can install, right, a IDE, a tool, so that you can, practice in Python, right? The tool that we are going to use to write code in Python is Anaconda Spider, right? As Anaconda Spider, that is the tool that we are going to use, guys. That is the tool that we are going to use. If you are already familiar with Python programming, you can use Anaconda Jupyter if you have that, right? You can use VS Code if you have that, right? You can use, a PyCharm as well, right? You can use PyCharm as well if you have that, right? You can use Idle, right? You can use Google Colab, or you can use any online, a tool that allows you to write code in Python, right? So this is the list of tools, right? And you can use any of the tool. I would be using Anaconda Spider as the tool for us through this program, right? In this program, right? So guys, is it clear that we are going to use Anaconda Spider? I will let you know how to install it, right? How to, install it. And, if you have Jupyter or VS Code or PyCharm or Idle or, Colab, anything is okay, right? To practice online, you can go for Hacker Rank, for Hacker Earth, right? So anything is okay as long as you are, right, you have some access, and there you can practice, right? So this is the case, right? This is the case, guys. Okay, let's move on, right? So that is the case, guys. Now, people who do not have access to laptop for any reason, right? People who do not have access to laptop for any reason, right? And they only have the mobile phone, right? They can also perform Python programming practice. For that, they need to download this, app on their device. They need to download Decoder app on their device, right? Although this is not, the best possible case. The best possible is that you should have a laptop along with you, and there you should have Anaconda Spider or Jupyter or VS Code. But in case a laptop is not available for any reason, and still you can learn Python, right? And there is an app called Decoder, and that you can download on your device, right? This is the case. Couple of instructions for you. So guys, are the instructions clear to all of you? Because if we follow these instructions, right, we are not going to face any issues, right? And would be a comfortable journey for all of us, right? Okay, now coming to a couple of more important discussions, right? Couple of more important discussions. Please listen, everybody, be careful, right? Day one and day two. So day one starts from tomorrow, right? Day one starts from tomorrow, that is Tuesday, right? Day one and day two are for those people who are completely new to Python programming or are beginner, right? For beginners, right? Or completely new to programming, they do not have any experience of programming, right? You should join this program from day one itself, and you should not miss any of the days, right? You should not miss any of the days here, guys, right? So if you have fear of coding, आप कोडिंग से डरते हैं, start from beginning, start from day one. I'll start from the scratch, right? That is there. If you have no idea about the programming, don't worry at all, right? You will have the idea, you will have a very good idea after end of this program, that I can guarantee you, right? As long as you have motivation to learn, as long as you have willingness to learn, it would be really a fruitful journey for you, right? That is the case. The people who are, right, intermediate or expert in Python programming, right? People who are intermediate, right, or expert in Python programming, right? They can join this program from day 3, right? They can join this program, from day 3, right? So intermediate, candidates or attendees or experts which know Python programming, they can join here, right? Can join from here, can join from here, right? That is the case, right, guys? So that is there, right? So that is the case. So if you are learning, so okay, I have a question for all of you guys, right? How many of you guys, around 500 guys are there in this room, how many of you guys are, a beginner in Python programming or learning Python for the first time? Okay, I can see a lot of hands raising. A lot of hands raising, right? Okay. No issues. This program is going to really help you. This program is going to really help you guys, right? And you will love coding, right? You will love coding, right? Python is very easy to learn, but one of the programming languages which is one of the most popular right now in the world, right? Okay, how many of you guys are expert or intermediate, right? How many of you guys are expert or intermediate in Python programming? Those who have, developed some kind of project so far, right? They have some project, and they have written a good amount of code into that, right? So I can see a couple of people, right? Yeah, and okay. Very good. So Sagarik Misra is saying, sir, I learn Python, but I can't code. I think Sagarik Misra, you are not alone in this world, right? There are so many people. Don't go far away. Within this room only, there are so many people. For them, Python has been completed in the semester, right? They have given the exam as well. They have cleared it very well, right? But still they cannot code. There are so many people, right? And this program, is going to be really helpful for them. This program is going to be really helpful for them, right? That is the key, right? So that's the, a very normal case, the way we teach C programming in the first year, the way we teach first, a C programming in the first semester, it kills, the real interest of the people who want to learn coding, right? It kills actually the coding interest. They say, यार ये मुझसे नहीं हो सकता, right? मैं तो कुछ और कर लूँगा. Even I'm from the computer science, right? So that is the case, right? So that is the way, guys, right? Okay, and now couple of more interesting things, right? And couple of more interesting things around Python for now, right? So guys, Python comes in two versions, and primarily in two versions, right? What is that? Python has two primary versions, guys. One version is known as 2.x, and the other version is known as 3.x. X is basically a number. So for example, 2.7 is the most popular one, right? And 3.6 or 3.7 are the most popular versions, right, guys? Now, on this 2.x or 2.7, there is no further development, right? Python is open source. So community is no more working on this version. Community is no more working on this version. They stopped working on this in January 2020. Before arrival of the corona, they stopped working on this, right? And now entire focus is on this, a version 3.x. So we will also be using this version as well. We would be using this version as well, right? So guys, are you clear about that which version we are going to use to write the code, right? Which version we are going to use to write the code in Python, right? Very good, very good. Thank you guys, right? Yeah. Okay. Now, couple of other interesting facts, right? I can still remember that I wrote the code for first time in Python when I was working in a company, and that year was, right? That year was, I think it was 2008. That was the year when I wrote Python code for the first time in the company, actually. Right? At the time, people never knew the Python is going to be so popular in the future, right? That everybody would be behind this language to learn, actually. Right? Anyway, Python primarily has three uses. Python primarily has three uses right now, guys, and that you should understand very clearly. According to 2019 Stack Overflow survey, right? Stack Overflow is a site. If you don't know, over the course of this course, I will let you know what the Stack Overflow, if you are not aware about this. Stack Overflow is a lifeline of developers. This is the lifeline of developers, right? And according to this 2019 survey, Python is the most popular, right? Is the most popular programming language across developers community, right? Most popular programming language, right? This is the case. Now, Python has got three primary areas where it is heavily used, right? Where it is heavily used. The one area where Python is, the winner in every aspect, it is, right? It is data science. So data science is a domain, right? Anything that you do around data is data science. So you say analytics, right? That comes under data science. Machine learning, right? Obviously part of the data science. Deep learning, right? Obviously part of data science. Artificial intelligence, right? All of these things, right? You can, safely assume that this is the data science. Initially, working on the projects which are on data science, initially the language was SAS. SAS was there, right? After the SAS, R programming came, capital R, right? But for last 2-3 years, right? For last 2-3 years, guys, Python has replaced R from its top position, and now this is ruling the world of data science, right? You can go into academics, you can go into research, you can go into development, right? If you know a good Python programming, and there is a huge demand of data scientists across the world, right? Across the world, guys, there is a huge demand, right? And even freshers are getting the package of 10 lakh plus. Even freshers, right, are getting the package if they are working as data scientists, if they are working as data analysts, right? This is the case, guys. The second domain where Python is used very much is automation, right? This is called automation. What is the automation? Replacing, a replacing manual activity through, a Python programming, or using some, piece of hardware plus software kind of that, right? That is known as automation, That is known as automation. So let me take example. You know a company called Flipkart, right? And in every city they have a big, warehouse, right? Every city they have a warehouse. What the warehouse is for? Actually, they keep everything before delivery. Everything comes to that warehouse, and from there they deliver the things locally, right? And you can assume that, let's say, 100 people are working in that warehouse to find out the items, to package the item, to ship the items, right? Every to handle that activity, there is a labor. 100 people are working on that. That is entirely a manual activity. And now Flipkart deploys industrial robots, that do that entire job which was done manually so far, right? So now for shipping, for identifying, for locating the parcel, packaging it, moving it from one location to another location within the warehouse, everything is handled through robots. This is called automation. This is the example of automation, right? So that is there. Third area, right? Yes, Kaji. So third area, right? So automation, like, primarily if you are a college student, Selenium is one of the tools that you can use to perform automation, right? So that can, that can be there. Guys, the third area where Python is pretty much used nowadays is web development, is web development. And if you talk about web development, let me explain it, a little further, right? When you say web development, right? When you say web development, actually, it comes into two, scenarios. What are those? The web development, one is known as front-end development, right? And the other one is known as back-end or server-side programming, right? Server-side programming. What you see in your browser, right? What you see in your browser, right? What you see in your browser, the placement, everything, right? Design, the graphics, everything, right? Font. That is all handled by the front-end developers. For that, you should know HTML, you should know CSS, you should know JavaScript. There are a couple of other new libraries right now. Angularjs is one of that, right? JS stands for JavaScript, right? Or you can say React.js is there. So AngularJS from Google, right? It is from Google, it is from Facebook, right? These are a couple of libraries that can be used. Even the Bootstrap is there, right? So these are a couple of libraries and frameworks and programming languages that you can use to develop, the front end of any website, right? Backend, right? So far, before arrival of Python, the things were managed through some of the traditional programming languages, like PHP was there, .NET was there, C# was there, Java was there, right? After that, Node.js from Google, right? It came for backend development, right? JS again stands for JavaScript, guys, right? That was from Google, right? That was used now, right? Arrival of Python, there are two primary libraries in Python, Flask and Django. D is silent here, guys, right? We just pronounce it as Django, D is silent, right? These are the two libraries, two frameworks, in fact, right, that can be used to develop a backend. And there is a huge demand of Django developers right now. There is a huge demand of Django developers right now. Flask is a lightweight, a framework that can be, managed very easily to develop the backend code. Django is a little complex, right? It requires a good, effort, and but this is heavyweight, right? If you want to build a very good website which can handle lakhs of requests every second or every minute, you have to go for Django. So this is the scenario, guys, where Python is used. Guys, do you get it? Where you can use Python and where it can be used. It can be used in data science, right? It can be used in automation. It can be used in backend development. It is, you know, it can be used for game, but not that very much, right? It can be used in game, right? There is a library called Pygame that can be used to develop the game, but that is not very mainstream, guys. That is not, you know, very mainstream. If you want to develop the game, you have to use another tool that is called Unity. You know, that tool is called Unity, guys. And Unity allows you to write code either in JavaScript, right? Right? And JavaScript or C#. These are the two primary languages, right? This is the case. So guys, what I'm talking right now, it is only telling you that where you can use Python, what are the, you know, career prospects that you can look at now, right? Data science is one of the domain, automation is one of the domain, web development is one of the domain where you can develop your skills in Python, get the job, right? That is the case, guys. Teaching will effectively start from tomorrow. If you remember, I have, you know, already told you this is the orientation session today, guys. This is the orientation session today, right? So guys, are you good so far? Is it okay with everyone? Is it good for everyone? Oh, okay, very good, guys, right? So I hope people are liking the session, right? I hope they are getting the things right. Yeah, good. Right. Yeah. Now, the tool, now coming to the tool, right? Now coming to the tool, right? Now coming to the tool, that which tool we are going to use to write the Python code, that list I have already, you know, given. So Dinky, Unity is a tool actually that can be used to develop code, develop games actually, right? Using Unity, you can develop AR games, you can develop VR games, augmented reality, virtual reality. All of these games are developed using Unity, guys. You know, so when a student, you know, ask a question that which language I should learn right now, right? For career, for placement. So we suggest only 2 programming languages to him or her, guys, right? We suggest that you should learn Python or you should learn JavaScript. These are the only 2 languages which we suggest as of now, right? If you are appearing for placements, if you're preparing for a job, these are the 2 languages that you should focus on right now, right? That is the case, guys. So you know, I told you that in the backend development, people are using Node.js, right? Right? That is JavaScript based, right? I told you that for front-end development, people are using React.js, right? Again, JavaScript based, right? People are using Angularjs, again, you know, JavaScript based, right? So a couple of that. Now Node is also getting replaced by a new framework, guys, right? Even Node.js is also getting, you know, replaced by a new framework that is known as Rust, right? This is the case, right? If you talk about Java, that what about the Java, sir? So Java is still a very good language. If you are good into Java, right, nobody can stop you to get a job. The story is like this, guys. It is not about the programming language. The first, it is about, guys, first it is about that how much you know about any programming language. Can you use that language to solve a problem? If you can use that language to solve a problem, job is done for you. Either this is a C programming language or a C++ language or Java language or Python language or JavaScript language. Language can be anything. You have to be very good into that, and then job is easy to get, right? Cracking any online coding competition is easy, guys. So that is the case, guys. But if I talk about the trend in industry, trend in IT industry, right? Now new projects that are given by the clients to big companies like Accenture, like Infosys, like, you know, any other company, the new projects are now being developed in Python using JavaScript only. There is no new project development on Java. And that's why I'm telling you that if you want to prepare for future, right, these are the two best programming languages as of now, right? As of now, right? So that is the case, guys. So guys, do you copy me what I'm talking about? I'm talking about that knowing any programming language is good, very good if you are into, you know, if you have developed the expertise around that, you can solve real problems in that, right? Any language is good. No language is bad. No language is bad at all, right? But you have to be good into that, right? You have to be good into that. So that is the case. Now I told you about the tools, guys, right? We are going to use Anaconda Spider. We are going to use Anaconda Spider, but you can use Jupyter as well if you are comfortable with that. You can use PyCharm if you are, you know, comfortable with them. You can use VS Code if you are comfortable with that, right? Or you can use HackerRank online platform. You can use HackerEarth online platform. You can use CodeChef, right? Online platform. You can use CodeForces, right? CodeForce, right? Online platform. You can use Codility online platform. You can use LeetCode online platform. So couple of the platforms are online. So these all are online, which are, you know, under the box, guys. And all of these programs are offline. They are installed on your machine, right? They are installed on the machine, right? So that is the case, guys, right? And now Anaconda Spider and Jupyter, they come, even you can use a basic tool called idle. Even you can use that tool as well, idle, IDLE, guys. You can use that as well, right? So now I'm telling you that Anaconda Spider and Jupyter and VS Code, all of these tools come under a package. The name of that package is Anaconda Navigator. Anaconda Navigator. So I'm going to talk about, right? I'm going to talk about, right, that how to install it. Although the instructions are already shared with you guys, right? So there is a PDF file available, right, guys? See this. There is a PDF file available there, right? Instructions. This is the file available with you, right? If you go through this file, it will help you out, you know, in setting up the system for you, right? Okay, so that is the case. And now when I talk about the team, right? So this is Dr. Sylvester Fernandez, who is going to be part of this program, right? Who will be with me, and he's the co-founder. Dr. Sylvester carries around 15 years of experience from the industry, right? He has developed with multiple companies. He has worked in, you know, Bangalore, in Hyderabad, in Delhi, in United States, you know. So, you know, a very rich experience from, you know, a development point of view. Guys, this is me, Yogendra, right? I'm also the co-founder of this company, Flask Technologies, right? And we started this company in 2015, right? I know Sylvester for last 10, 12 years. We have worked together in multiple companies, right? I've also worked in, you know, Bangalore, in Hyderabad, in China, in Japan, in US, right? So this is the profile. And the company which I can right now tell you that, you know, before starting Flask, I was working with Qualcomm. Qualcomm is the world's #1 semiconductor company, right? And it competes with, you know, Facebook, Google, and Microsoft, right? And if you do not know about Qualcomm as of now, right, because it's a B2B company, let me tell you a little bit around the Qualcomm, right? So the smartphones right now you are using, 90% of the chipset comes from Qualcomm. It comes from Qualcomm, right? If you have not heard about the Qualcomm, you must have heard about a processor called Snapdragon. This is the processor from Qualcomm, right? And almost every smart device now has a Snapdragon processor, right? So Qualcomm has two divisions. One is software development and the other one is hardware. hardware office is in Bangalore, their software division is in Hyderabad, right? So that is, you know, a story about the Qualcomm, right? So this is, you know, a profile of the team. There was a question raised during the registration process as well, that why you are making this program free, why you are making this program free. So basically we started this series during the lockdown, right? We thought that how we can, you know, help out, how we can reach out to the people, you know, how we can promote the coding culture among Indian students. And then we thought of starting this Python season, guys. This is the 7th season, guys, right? So far 6th season have taken place, you know, taken place. And in the last 6 seasons from India, so far we have got 10,000 registrations. We have got 10,000 registrations. And even for this 7th season, around, you know, 2,000 plus registrations were, you know, we got for this as well, right? And this PDF that I was, you know, showing you, it is available in the Google Drive only, right? It is available in the, you know, a Google Drive only. That is available there, right? So yeah. And now, right? So this is the case, guys, and our head office is in Jaipur, actually, right? Our head office is in Jaipur, India. This is in Jaipur, Rajasthan, right? Our head office is in Jaipur. Jaipur is our, Rajasthan is our home state, actually, right, guys? And now, right, regarding the certificates, guys, one more question was, you know, asked during the registration process, and this is about certificates, guys, right? Certificates. See this, guys, the entire program is starting from day 0 to day 5. This entire program is free to join, right? Free to audit, right? You can, you know, watch the recorded session, you can take the live classes, you can take part in the doubt sessions and everything, right? After this learning, if you want to show you, right, if you want to show to the world on social media, on Instagram, that you have learned something new, and for that, right, you want the certificate, you want to show the certificate to the people who want to take the interviews, who want to participate in the interviews, there is a certificate option as well, right? You can, you know, upgrade yourself to the certificate option, right? You can take the certificate option by paying 150 rupees only 150 rupees. But not today, not even tomorrow, right? At end of the program, we will share the details with you, that if you want the certificate of this program, this is the link for paying, link for registration process. So that is the case, guys, regarding certificate. And hence, I'm not talking about today about the certificates anymore. You will get an e-certificate, you will get the PDF format. Dr. Sylvester, can you please share the, you know, format of the certificate? I think I should have that as well,
You
right?
should have one, sir.
Right. I should have that as well. So this is the case, guys, regarding the certificate, right? So primary, you know, primarily your objective should be to learn the things first, right? So this is the sample certificate, guys. I hope you would like it, right? This is the sample certificate, guys, right? And first, please, you know, right? First, please focus on the learning, right? Please focus on the learning first, right? And then go for the certificate. That is the case, right? So I hope, right, guys, and now I will come to, guys, I will come to that, you know, how to install the Anaconda Navigator. Guys, are the things so far clear to you? Guys, are the things so far clear to you, guys? I hope, you know, things are pretty much clear to everyone now, right? Okay, एक और चीज, you know, one more thing, guys, right? If you fear from coding and you have never written a code, right? You have always copied it, right? don't worry, right? Don't worry, guys, right? After the 5 days, you would be very, very comfortable into Python programming. I'm not saying that you would be expert and you can join NASA. No, I'm not saying that. But your fear of coding, right? Your likelihood of the coding would increase. You will love it, and you will not get away that I can't do it. You will get a confidence. Yes, I can do it. I can do it, right? You will get a confidence on that, and you will really love, because during this program we not even teach you the syntaxes. We also talk about how to solve a practical problem, how to solve a practical problem, how to approach a problem, right? How to read it, how to break it down, and how to solve it. And right, so this, the philosophy of solving the problems is also part of this program, guys, right? And now coming to that, how you can install the Anaconda Navigator on your machine if you have not installed it yet, right? So let me talk about that now. So guys, on the Google, right, you can go, right, Anaconda Navigator, that you have to, download Anaconda Navigator, that you have to search for. And when you go there, the first link itself, right, individual edition Anaconda, this is the official site, anaconda.com. Please go on to that. Please go on to that part, guys. And now when you go there, you get this button, download button, right? So download button, click on this part, right? And then you come to Anaconda Installers, right? If you are on Windows machine, you will have to install either 64-bit or either 32-bit, right, installer. You have to check on your machine. If your machine is 64-bit, go for this installer. If your machine is 32-bit, right, go for this installer. That you can easily find out on your Windows machine. Right click on the My Computers and then go to I think properties, or like some option is there, and through which you can get to know how to know about that, right? So it will work on Windows 7 as well, no issues with that, right? And guys, go for Python 3.7. You can see installers for Python 2.7 are also given. Please do not take these installers. We are going to stick with Python 3.7, right? If you are on Mac, again the same story, right? If you are on a Mac, you can again choose the corresponding installer. If you are using the Linux, right, you can again choose this option. And when you download, right, guys, when you click on this, it would be downloaded on your drive, right, maybe in download folder. And once the installer is downloaded, guys, right, double click on that installer file, and so that your installation process can start. Once your installation process is done, right, once your installation process is done, you can launch Anaconda Navigator. You can launch the Anaconda Navigator. And once the Anaconda Navigator has started on your machine, right, you will see this kind of interface, guys. You will see a window, right, with a title called Anaconda Navigator, right? And there you will see a lot of icons, right? One icon corresponding to Jupyter, one icon corresponding to Spider, one icon corresponding to RStudio, one icon corresponding to Orange, right? Couple of one icon corresponding to VS Code. Lot of icons that you will see. Please click on the icon with a spider written over there, right? A spider. Click on that part to launch your spider. And if you are successful in doing that, you will see an interface of like this. This is the interface of spider. Guys, I'm going to explain this a little later on, but this is the interface. This is the tool that we are going to use for writing the Python code. And that you can see, this is the spider, and the version right now I'm having is 3.7. Guys, so far, do you get this, that how we can also install that Anaconda Navigator? And after launching the Anaconda Navigator, from there, how you can launch the spider. And once you have the spider on your screen, it is this, the screen that you should have on your machine. Guys, is that clear to everyone so far? Please respond. right? As of now, guys, no tool is superior and no tool is inferior. If you are comfortable with Jupyter, continue with Jupyter. If you are comfortable with VS Code, continue with VS Code. If you are comfortable with idle, continue with the idle, right? Any tool is okay as long as you have willingness to learn, right? Any tool is okay, right? No tool is magic. You have to, practice. You have to hard work, right? Then only results will come. Tool is not going to be in place of you, right? Tool is just a tool, right? And that is for your learning. That is the case, guys. So this is the case, guys, right? Now we are after the explanation that how you can use a spider, right? I will start taking your questions as well, right? You can have your questions, but first let me explain you that how you can use a spider, right? So from tomorrow, when we start our actual journey of learning Python, right, things are pretty much set for us. Things are pretty much clear to us, right? And we have no issues in terms of logistics. Everything is well set, well planned, right? So that we do not have the teething issues. We focus entirely on the learning part. That is the agenda of orientation session, actually, right? So now see, guys, see this. This is your spider screen. The left part that you see, the left window you see, guys, here, right, is the editor window. It is the editor window, and in editor window you can write your Python code. Currently the file that is written in the editor is announcements.txt. So txt file is there, but I can create my new file, new Python file. How I can create it? So you go onto the file menu option. There's the option new file. So guys, let me click on this new file, right? Something already is written. I'm just going to delete it for now. It's not required. Now guys, see this file, this .py file is completely blank as of now. The title of the file that you can see is untitled1.py or untitled0.py or untitled2.py. The name would be like this at your machine as well. So all of the files with the Python code are saved with extension .py, right, guys? And now I can write some code here as well, right? I can write some code here. So this is the case, guys. So let me increase the font a little bit, right? And now let's say I write the first statement, print, right? And then here I say, hello, guys, right? So this is the first statement I write. And now I'm going to save this file because this file is not saved yet, right? So I'm going to save as, right? Otherwise it will be saved as untitled1.py, but I want to rename it to something else, something meaningful name I want to, right? So save as, I go for save as, right? And I can, right, do this demo.py, let's say, right? And you can select the folder as well, in which folder you want to save, right? In which folder you want to save. So currently I have saved it in this folder, season 7, right? The current season that you are taking, STP, like, student training program, right? So this is the case, guys. So I have saved this file. Now you can see, guys, right? The name of my file is demo.py. And if you want to run this, guys, if you want to run this, there is a run button. There is a run button, right? Kind of a play button, right? So run, click on this. When we run this program, right, this program would be executed. And now on the right hand side, guys, what you see is the console window. This is the console window. This is the terminal, right? Kind of a terminal, right? So whatever is getting executed in the editor, you see the responses, you see the output, right? So there you see the guy's output, right? And I can write one more print statement to begin with, let's say. And now this time I write 2 plus 3, for example, right? And save this file. Now I have 2 print statements. I click on the run button now, right? And now you will see 2 outputs, right? So see this, guys, hello guys is there, and 2 plus 3 is calculated, and we get the output 5, right? If you want, and sometimes during the development, that is, during the development, it is pretty much, very normal, right, that you don't want to run the entire file in one go. You want to go step by step. In that case, what you want to do, that I first want to run this statement only. I want to run this statement only. Okay, fine, I can do that. So first you have to select it. Okay, then what? Then you have to press shift enter. Shift, then enter, and then you see this line has been executed. Now only this line will be executed, not the entire file, right? If shift enter is not working at your end, you can press F9. F9, guys, right? So either shift and or shift enter, you can, this hash is actually the comment in Python. So shift plus enter. If this is not working, F9 is the button for you guys, right? And similarly, I can select this piece of statement as well, and select it and then shift enter. So guys, what I told you, that how left hand side, right, is the editor where you can write your code. The files you open, that names would be visible like this, tabs, right? So this is announcement.txt, this is demo.py, and something like that, right? You can have more files here as well, and you can open the new file from this new file, right? There is direct option available as well. This is also the option to open the new file, and there you create the new file as well. You can close it from this, right? And this is the case. And I told you how you can run this a file as well, right? If you want to run the complete code, click on this run button, right? Or directly press F5 button. And if you want to run the code separately, you can select that piece of a statement and press shift enter or hit F9 button on your keyboard, right? And this was the console window. Now on the right hand side, please have a look, guys, right? Please have a look on the right hand side. There in the bottom, you can see 3 tabs. The current tab that is open to you, that is visible to you, is console window. So this is the editor window on the left hand side. This is the, right, this is the console window. If you want to, multiple statements again, so no issue. You can select both of these statements and again press shift enter. This is same, no issue with that, right? So this is about like, how without hitting the run button, you can run the a statement or a set of a statement, right? So this is the case, guys. Now this is the console window, right? There is one more tab with the called variable explorer that you can see, guys, here, right? So if I click on this, currently you do not see anything here, right? There is nothing into this. This is actually the window which tells you that how many variables have been declared in your program, what the value they carry right now, right? So let's see, I say a statement like this, a is equal to 10. So this is, saying that I want to declare a variable with the name a whose initial value is 10, because 10 is the integer. So the data type assigned to a by Python is integer. We'll, take that in detail tomorrow. So a is equal to 10. This is just saying that variable name is a whose initial value is 10 and the type is integer, right? Why integer? Because the value assigned to it is integer, right? So if I select it and run shift enter button, right, guys, there you see on the variable explorer, there is a new entry with the name a, right? And whose type is given, whose initial value is also given to you, right? So this will tell you any data structure, any variable we take here in our code, the values would be seen there as well, right? So values would be seen there as well. Now coming to this files tab, right? Files tab. This is exactly, what is the use of this tab. Actually, this shows you that currently the folder that you have selected, right? Currently the folder that you have selected, right? All of the files in that folder are visible here. How to select that folder? So guys, what I'm talking about, so let me click on this. So you have to click on this, right? There you see open, folder icon. So if you click on this, it will allow you to choose the folder in which you want to save your data, in which you want to save your .py files, right? In which, you can save the files which you are currently working, right? So currently I have selected this folder. I suggest you guys to do one thing, that you should, right, that you should create an empty folder in any of the drive on your machine and choose that folder from this process. So you have to click now on this, right? So I'm repeating it again, guys. So click on this, and when you click on this, right, you can select the folder, right? So you can select any folder. So let's say I select any other folder as well, right? I will, I will get the files from that, right? So currently I'm canceling because I've already selected, right, this part as well. So once you open this directory is called as working directory for us, right? This directory is, working, so uh, this is the case, guys, right? And in this working directory, if already some files are available, you will see all the files in files tab, and I can open any file, right, by double clicking. So I can, let's say I go to, for example, day5.py, right? And there you see the day5.py in the editor window. So by double clicking, I opened this file. By double clicking, I opened this file. So this was the case, guys, that how you can select the folder that you have created for you, right? So how you can do that? Click on the browse, browse the working directory, this folder icon actually, right? So click on this folder icon, and from there you can select the right folder for you. And once you select the folder, you will see all the files within that folder here, right? And once you set this folder, any new file that you create from here would be saved in this folder only. And that's why you see demo.py is there, right? You can see this list, demo.py. If this tab, any of the tab is not visible on your machine, guys, what you can do, you can go to the view option, you can go to the first option, panes, right? And from there you can, select or deselect, right? So I have selected editor, I have selected console, I have selected variable explorer, I have selected files. If I select plots as well, right, so it will show me the plots tab as well. So now you can see 4 tabs on my machine. But as of now, I'm again removing it. So I just, I click on that part. So I click on that. So, and then you see the guys there. So guys, that was just a very basic use case of a spider, right? It's not a rocket science at all, right? And it would be easy, handy for us to use this, right? And it is going to be a very interesting part for you guys. If you are already comfortable with other tool, don't worry about that. Keep using them, right? Don't worry about that. Keep using them, right? So if some of the faculties are there in this program, right, and they are using Jupyter, they can continue using Jupyter. No issues with that, right? No issues with that, Dr. Suman, right? So that is the case. Guys, how is the story so far? Please share your feedback. Okay, so now, okay, I'm getting a feedback. So Sanjay, Karthik, Nikhil, Lakshmi, Narshima, okay, a lot of people, okay, and now sharing their feedback. Someone saying interesting, someone saying good, someone saying great, pretty, great, pretty good, amazing, awesome, a lot of, good words they have been using, right? So, uh, good to see, right? So, that is the case, guys. Manali Sanam or Sanam, I don't know what is the right way to pronounce. So Manali are saying, thank you, sir. It is really interesting and great session. Thank you, Manali. Right. Deepak Verma is saying, sir, I'm comfortable with Jupyter, but this is also good. Yeah, Deepak, you can continue to use the Jupyter part as well, right? And, that is case, guys. Anju Bala is saying it's too interesting, right? Chandni Raj is saying awesome season, and a couple of people are saying excited to learn, right? And Nisha Garg is saying, sir, I really like the first session, a nice experience. Okay, guys, So Abhishek Pantha is saying, sir, it is interesting. What can we cover the maximum part of Python? We are going to cover what we commit to you guys. If we commit you that this is the day-wise schedule we are going to follow, we are going to strongly, stick to that schedule. We are going to cover that way. Abhishek, that is, you can take, granted actually. We are going to cover what we have committed to you, right? So that is the case, guys. So Dilsad, if you're using PyCharm, that's good enough, right? That is the case, guys, right? So we will let you know soon. Right now, it is not required, right? You can continue to use idle as well, Himanshu Sharma, right? You can continue to that. Sansai Kumar, I think, so pardon me guys if I'm not able to correctly pronounce your names, right? Because you come from different parts of the India and accent and dialect may be different and the way to pronounce the things may change. So sorry for that, right? Rajesh Sao is saying, so your way of teaching Python is very easy and understandable, right? Ravi Mishra is saying, sir, we request for you to make a project on the last day. We will do, Ravi, right? Yeah, Survi, you will get it from here only, right? Muhammad Irfan has been my student. Right now he's in Kota and he's attending this session almost after 16 years, right? After 16 years, know Muhammad Irfan for long years, right? Uh, welcome, Muhammad Irfan. so, so guys, this is right. And those guys who are already good in Python, they can join us from day 3, right? And from
Sir,
day
I
3,
also have a very old student of mine. Deepika Janged is there.
okay, very good,
So
sir.
she was also a very old student of mine. She has also joined now.
Okay,
He's
very
work.
good.
I think so she's working in the field of R in a
Oh,
in a in some organization.
nice, nice, nice,
Yeah,
nice.
Deepika.
Welcome, Deepika. so, so guys, right? देखिए एक चीज जिसको मुझे हिंदी में बोलना चाहिए, right? सीखने की कोई उम्र नहीं होती, सीखने का कोई टाइम नहीं होता, राइट? एंड जहां से भी ज्ञान मिल जाए वहां से लेना चाहिए. अगर हम ये मान लें दैट वी नो एवरीथिंग, राइट, दैट वी नो एवरीथिंग, this is the start of your fall actually, right? And now the time in we are living, actually this requires us that we should learn something new every day, right? We should learn something new every day. That is need of the hour. That is need of the hour. College is just a fun place. College is not for learning, guys, right? You have heard a statement from Tesla founder, right? Elon Musk recently said this statement. College is not for learning. College is just for fun, right? So if you have that, so if fun, college is the fun place where you are going to learn, right? So now there are so many avenues that you can learn. You can learn it over YouTube. You can learn it over other places. You can learn from instructor-led classes. You can learn from anywhere as long as you are willing to learn, right? So this is what I have to share with you guys, right? And Rasmi Sahu saying, sir, it's really interesting, but I know about everything on the Python and go on its depth. Okay, so we'll try to do that. Rashmi, you can join us from day 3. Ab day 3 se hame join kare, right? So that is the guys. And from for tomorrow, right, we are going to start Python programming from basics, right? How to talk about the data types, what are the various data types, how we can take from the input from the user, how can print the things, right? How we can import the libraries. That is the case, guys, right? So this is the way, guys, right? Uh, so anything that I can answer you guys as of now, right? Yeah, Vaibhav, Jupyter is good, right? So you can continue with that part as well, right? Having 2 GB RAM on your machine would be difficult to install Anaconda Navigator. It would be, guys, Ankit Davra, right? So whatever code we write here, whatever the images we have, we are going to share all of the things with you on the Google Drive. So please follow that, right? So this is the case, guys. Pramod from Jeet, Haryana is saying, sir, please suggest a book for learn Python. I will let you know, Pramod. Please, be with us. In a couple of days, I will let you know how you can learn new things, right? Uh, Renu Malik is easy way of teaching, sir. I really like. Oh, thank you. Right. Uh, Jad Suleiman, as of now, we do not have any plans for that. But if something comes up, we will notify you. Right. Yashwant Kumar is saying, sir, we can't understand Hindi. Yeah, sorry for that, Yashwant. Right, I'll try to keep the entire conversation in English only. Right. Vishwajit Tripathi is saying, sir, I use VS Code in Jupyter. You can, use anything, right? So that is the case, right? Shakira Sanuddin, I think. So she says that I don't have any idea about Python, but I swear I'll be able to good after 5 days. Yeah, you would be, Shakira, and that should be the confidence, that should be the motivation, and that should be the faith, actually, right? You should have the faith in that. So, uh, okay. So, any anything else from you guys, right? So I have given you the drive link, guys, right? Everything is with you now, and YouTube channel. You please go to our YouTube channel as well, right, guys? So there you can get the things as well. Fast coding school, right? And that was the way how you can install that, right? Anaconda Navigator, right? So Nikhil Mathur, I will let you know a book. I will suggest you a book around that. Generally, I do not prefer any book. Generally, I go for kind of blogs and all that, right? So that is the case, guys. Sagarika Mishra, please watch the video on YouTube if you have missed something, right? Nishant Khatwani is saying, sir, hi sir, I'm Naresh from Gurgaon. I want to enroll for the industry course for Python. I'll let you know, Nishant, currently, please focus on this program, right? Please focus on the learnings of this program, right? It would be very interesting for you. Nisha saying, sir, I have a fear of coding. Nisha, you are the guy, you are the lady who is talking about this fear. There are so many people in India who have a fear, but they do not talk about that, right? So don't worry about that, right? Don't worry about that. Please go through this session, and I think you will have to change your statement post that, right? So Nishant saying, sir, I'm currently working with TCS. Okay, very good, Nishant.
I think so.
So
What is important, sir, that if these learners really want to learn something, they need to practice the assignments every day. Guys, this is for everybody. If you really want to learn Python, I would recommend each and every person to follow the assignments every day. It's not a theoretical session what we are trying to do. It's a real hands-on sessions. And if you want to take out the maximum out of these sessions, you need to also code with us. Do people understand this now?
So Abhishek, this the session on NumPy and Matplotlib and Pandas will come later on, so you can join that part, right? So guys, right? We'll have a separate session on machine learning as well, right? So I'm sharing the link to Drive again, guys. A lot of people have requested me, please share the Drive link. So, guys, this Drive is the lifeline for you for next 5 days, right? Anything that we discuss here would be available here, right? This is the case, right? Dr. Bala Murugan, right, is saying, sir, I belong to electrical department and I came to learn Python. Welcome, Dr. Bala Murugan. I hope you will really enjoy the days here, right? So that is the case. Any version of Spider is okay here, right? Any version of the Python is here good as well, right? Uh, Chaitanya, I think it is okay if you install PyCharm or install idle only. With the 2 GB RAM, that would be good to have, right? So Neha Chauhan, what is your question? Can you please repeat it? In case Kamakshi Chawla, if you're not able to use that, probably you can switch to some online tool as well, right? Shivani, as of now, I think you can contact Surendra for that. If you want to know more details around that, Shivani, right? Please contact Surendra for that. So Surbhi Rajkumari is saying, sir, can we access this drive even after the completion of this course? Yes, Surbhi, you can, access this course even after the completion. As long as we have the enough space to maintain this drive, we will maintain it. If we run out of the space, in that case, that may not be available post that, right? So that is the case, right? So Kamakshi, please, contact Surendra, right? So this is the case. Sagun Saroha, is the voice okay now with you, Sagun? क्या अभी आवाज ठीक है आपके लिए? Is that okay with you? Okay, sure. Good. So guys, I hope the day was useful for you. The session was useful for you. Although we did not talk about the coding, and we did not talk about the Python programming, we were just discussing the use cases, where it is being used, what are the various versions available, right? What are the opportunities, right? Kind of that, right? Archana Hasabi is saying, sir, whether Python for data science is helpful for cybersecurity technology. I don't think so, Archana. This would be helpful for you. If you are really interested in cybersecurity, I think this program may not help you, right? So that is the case. Harsh, there is no practice question for today. The practice or assignments will start from tomorrow. Harsh, right? Neha, there are courses available. Programming, there are courses available. Please, talk to Surendra for more details. Right? You can WhatsApp him, and he will respond back to you. Neha, right? Guys, any other questions, guys? Shagun Saroy is saying, sir, where we should upload the assignments. All of you guys, you will have to submit your assignments through Google Form. And I will explain tomorrow that how you can use Google Form and upload the assignments, Shagun, right? Soumya Rajan Patra is saying, sir, I'm extremely interested in learning Python. So thank you for organizing this type of event. Thank you, Soumya. Welcome, right? Uh, Renu Malik, please be with us, right? So please first focus on the basics during this session, and then I will let you know a couple of links and books that you can follow for more details, right? Harsh, thank you, and very good. Congratulations, Harsh has successfully installed the Spider 4.1.3 on his machine, right? Uh, uh, Yogesh, it may not work properly if you install 32-bit Anaconda on 64-bit. It may have some issues, right? Chandni Raz, no, it is not, related. JavaScript is entirely different from Python, right? No, Abhishek, we are not going to use, not using Google Classrooms. We would using Google Forms, right? Nikhil Raghav, yes, Python is the language for those people who have not done the coding at all so far, right? If this is the first day where you are hearing about the programming, where you are hearing about the coding, Python is the language for you, Nikhil, right? Lakshay, starting first 2 days, it is for beginners, right? But from day 3, I will change my gears, and at that time, you will have some intermediate and advanced things to teach. Lakshay, right? Okay, to increase the font Samiksha Khare, right? You just have to press, control and then plus, right? Control plus will increase the font, right? Control plus will increase the font. Samiksha Khare, right? Yeah. Manav Moitra, for regarding the data science, because we are covering the Python, as the language first, right? And then at the last day, I will talk about, this domain as well, data science, right? So this is the case, right? Triloknath Pandey, if you're using MATLAB already, right? So MATLAB has already predefined functions. So if you want to customize something, right? If you want to make few changes, I think Python can help you in that, right? So customized code can be written using Python, or maybe you can develop some new library in that, right? So I don't know what kind of research you have been doing, but I think that can help you, right? In that way. Akshat Soni is saying, sir, what if we are not able to solve the assignment questions? Don't worry, Akshat, right? We are going to discuss that assignment in next class, right? So whatever the assignments would be given to you, in any session, they would be discussed in the next session, right? So don't worry about that, Akshat, right? So please focus on learning first, right? um, if you're good at CPP, right, JITH, I don't know full name, right? If you're good at C++, right, this program is again helpful to you, right? If you are good at one programming language, learning the new language is easy task in that, right? Yeah, Mohit, you are right, right? Manali, right? So once you do this course and then perform practice, right? Every day, if you spend 2 hours, 3 hours on the coding, even after the completion of this program, you would be able to crack TCS Code Vita. I can, easily say around that, Manali, right? That is fine, Sakshi. If you have Python 3.7, that is okay, right? There is no need of any programming knowledge, right? Aditya Soni, there is no need to learn Python, right? So the certificate I have shown you, right? The format I have shown you hers, right? Already that certificate is certificate of participation you will get, right? And that is there, right? You will get this, right? Uh, Swati saying, sir, how beneficial will this certificate for us? So certificate is basically, the case where you want to, use this certificate in your resume or in your profile, or, you want to keep this certificate on the GitHub, right? This is going to help you in that case, right? Because India, in India, we still, value certificate more than the skill. We still value degree more than the skills, right? So in that scenario, it is going to help you, Swati, right? Archana Hasabi, this session is not on machine learning. On last day, I will talk about, and then I can create. So Python is a programming language. Machine learning is not a programming language, Archana, right? Machine learning is the way through which you can create an AI machine. So to develop, kind of machine learning capabilities, to develop machine learning capabilities, you can write code in Python. That way you can understand, Archana, this, right? Manali, along with the Python learning, if you focus on creating some projects, if you work on projects, that after that, you may get job offers, right? That would be the case. Prerna, if you miss one class accidentally, all of these videos would be available on the YouTube, right? So even if you have some doubt during the assignments, right, please contact, right? Please contact Sandeep and Mohit, right? The details are already shared with you. This file is in the Google Drive, right? So whatever background you have, ECE or CS or electrical or whatever, it doesn't matter, right? So 2 hours program every day. The first 1 hour for learning, and the last 1 hour for asking the questions for queries. Shubham Verma, right? So Chandri Raj, I was talking about the Unity is a name of the platform. The way we are using Spider, that similarly you can use the Unity as well. You can install it on your machine, and Unity is used for game development, right? So that is the case, guys, right? So sorry, I'll talk about projects in more details in coming days. Right. Today is just orientation day, so I don't want to make it too heavy. It is already we have covered a lot of things around that. Right. So that is the way. Yeah, Dhavni, right? Yeah, Dhvani, you are right. So even if you join from the day 3, what you can do, Dhvani, you can solve the day 1 and day 2 assignments as well and submit them. Even though you are not attending the classes on day 1 and day 2, but what you can do, you can upload the assignments from day 1 and day 2 as well, right, Dhvani? So Rashmi Patnaik, if you are good into Java, I made a statement earlier as well, right? If you are good in any programming language, there is no shortage of job. You should be good into that. If you say that I know Java, then you should really know the Java. If you say I know C++, then you really should know C++. And someone asks you questions or says write this piece of code, write a couple of lines of code, you should be comfortable in writing that code, right? I'm not saying that you should write it 100% correct, right? But at least when you write the code or when you work on the machine or when you talk about that language, the people will get a sense whether you know about it or you don't know about it, right? So that is the way, Rashmi. Aditya Burnwal, right? Aditya, is my voice okay now? Uh, right. Sakshi, आज की क्लास में I think you joined late, right? Sakshi, आज की class, today's class was just a orientation class. We were talking about where the Python is used, right? Which tool we are going to use. We were answering the questions and the queries raised by the people while registering, on the Google form, right? I was answering the queries raised by the people during the session, right? So a couple of things I was making announcements regarding the rules regarding whom to contact if you have non-technical query, whom to contact if you have a technical query, right? What would be the format, where you can get the access to the training contents, right? So everything was discussed, Sakshi, and the teaching will start from tomorrow, right? No Aswath Narayana, currently nothing related to pandas, right? Harsh, session is over. If you have no questions, you can leave, right? Guys, if you have any question, you can continue within the session. Otherwise, you can leave it, right? Yeah, Anjuwala, you can try with that, right? That may not be the best experience, I think, but you can still, do that, right? Ayushi Bisaria is saying, sir, is Python compulsory in order to get placed in a core company? As such, I will not say that this is 100% correct, Ayushi, right? If you are good in other things, still you can join a core company. I think to join a core company, right, you should have a good hands in any programming language. It can be C++, it can be C, it can be Java, it can be Python. But along with that, I think you should be very good into data structures as well, Ayushi, right? So please, do practice around that part as well, and then I think you can get a entry into the core company. Ayushi, Prarthana saying there is no assignment for day 1 today, so there is no assignment for today, Prarthana. Right? You can't save the chats, Jyoti. Right? You cannot save that, right? Chaitanya, I will talk about that, this on day 5. I think that day would be the more relevant day once you already know a couple of things around, Python, I think that would be the right day to talk about that, right? No, Chetna, you can't do that. Chetna Deswal, आप ऐसा नहीं कर पाएंगे, right? Abhishek Agarwal, I said you that data structures concepts remain same. Either you are implementing them in Python or C++, it doesn't matter. But you should implement them well, and you should use those data structures to solve some real problems, right? That is more important. So any language is okay. Your concept should be very clear, Abhishek, right? Karthik Sana is saying, sir, when will you pay money for certificate? Those details will come to you on day 4, Karthik. Don't worry about that so far, right? So please focus on the learnings first. So Chaitana, Parasar, this is not about developing a website, because if you want to develop a website, you have to learn Flask or Django. But to learn Flask and Django, first you have to learn the basics of Python, right? So that is, the case, right? No, Kirti, we are not going to cover pandas and numpy in this, right? So Himanshu, Kite is just a tool which lets you write code efficiently. It gives you suggestions, right? So if you are installing Anaconda, you can include Kite or you can exclude that as well, right? Laksha, I think we can take this question. So please keep this question with you, and please ask this question. In after day 3, I think that would be a better day to answer this. Laksha. So, Jad Suleiman, because you have developed a game already, right? I think so. You are already good into Python. But what you can do along with that, please solve our assignments. That will help you, Jad. Right? Abhishek, the people who are good into a skill, they have, they have the job, right? Obviously, the selection process will become tough this year. Selection process will become tough this year, but like if you're good at something, right, the job is for you, Abhishek, right? So, Yogesh, it is not like that. Jupyter is more popular than Spider. Both of tools are good, but what most people use Jupyter, because you know uh, in the research, or like the universities which initiated all these projects, they started with the Jupyter first, and that's why this is the case. We do not use Jupyter because sometimes debugging and knowing the values of the variables, and looking at their types, and getting the things on the console, they're not very good in terms of Jupyter, and that's why we use Spider. Once you are comfortable in Python coding, you can use any tool. It hardly matters, right? Chetana, I think it will start. So that details will be shared later, right? We have one advanced course coming up soon, so you can join that. Chetana, Chetan, right? Chetan Sharma Parasar, Chetan. So guys, I think now we can close for the day. I think सभी लोगों के सवाल, the questions have been answered. If anyone is there whose question is not answered, yes, please, raise the question again, right? Please share the question again if anyone is there, right? Vaibhav Gupta, very low, right? Very low, right? Very low. Yeah, Soumya Rajan, this is the same link, same ID, same password, right? Soumya, Vaibhav, did you get the answer? Yeah. So I think it's the time to switch to a new technology, but rather than going to an older one, right? It's better to switch for a new technology, right? Uh, uh, Nothing as of now, Chetan. You just have to see. This is the drive link that you have to keep with you, Andy, right? That is the with you, right? Nidhi Bhatia, today we did not teach anything around Python programming. That was just your orientation session for you, right? And there is no assignment for today, right? When the assignment would be given to you tomorrow, right? And that assignment would be based on tomorrow's learning only, not today's learning, right? So whatever we cover during the teaching tomorrow, on based on learning on on that part only, you will have the assignment. Nidhi, right? Lakshya saying, sir, thanks, sir. This session was informative and motivational. Thank you, Laksh. Welcome. Yes, Yogesh, we are going to do so. This is not the first season we are doing. We have done it 6 times in the past, right? Thank you, Chetna. Chetna Deswal ji, right? Thank you. If someone else is left with any question, please post the question. I can answer that. Otherwise, we are going to close for the day. Yeah, Sahu, right? Swang Rekha, I think. Swang Rekha. I'm sorry. So that would be available on the YouTube after 1 hour or so, right? Yeah, thank you, Aditya. Thank you, Pooja. Okay, guys. Bye bye. See you tomorrow. Meet you soon.